right? So we'll be discussing further, but because what we are here to do today is to discuss and to make you have the information and have the strategies to probably get better at your jobs. Would eventually offer sponsorship, are actually advertised with sponsorship. We should bear that in mind. We'll talk about that more as well as we go on to the strategy. Again, we have this is to highlight some companies as well that keep showing up on a weekly basis, offering sponsorship, actively recruiting. I've just gone through your job list. I can't find accountant on it. Does that mean accountants don't have potential to get sponsorship? What are the strategies for you to get this visa sponsorship? So we'll be breaking it down into two categories. We have UK residents. We also have foreign residents. For UK residents, they're already within. We have the students who have 20 hours limits. We have the dependents. We have the post-study visa holders, and probably other categories, probably other dependents that want, maybe dependents of other tier 2 holders that want to switch from a particular type of tier 2 or sponsorship job to another type of sponsorship job. So what should you do to get sponsorship job as a UK resident? So I would say that under the UK resident as well, I would divide it into two categories: the students and the post-study visa holders and dependents. The journey for post-study visa holders and dependents are quite similar in that they both have full rights to work in the UK within the period they are holding the visa we are speaking about. How should you utilize this year, 2 years or 1.5 years? How should you utilize it? Use your first 6 months, like I always advise, to decide what exactly you want to do and get your first job, right? Get your first job in the UK. Don't be too keen on sponsorship in the first 6 months, because you have the right to work in a very wide range of fields, in a very wide range. You have the right to work, right, anywhere. And when I say you have a right to work, or when I say you should not limit yourself, let me give a scenario. If, for instance, the UK job market has over 1 million jobs, right? Out of those 1 million jobs, probably 100,000 of those jobs are advertised as offering sponsorship. However, the remaining 900,000 are not advertised. However, that doesn't mean that the remaining 900,000 cannot offer sponsorship, right? But they are not advertised as offering sponsorship. In the first 6 months, when I say you can apply to any job, don't limit yourself to just sponsorship jobs at the beginning. Try to explore contract jobs, permanent jobs, full-time jobs, temporary jobs. Just get the UK experience, because a lot of people or a lot of companies always would not offer sponsorship to people that they have not worked with, people they don't trust, people that they don't know their capacity. In fact, a lot of tech roles of recent are actually contract roles, not because the companies don't want to make you permanent, but they just want people that they are sure are able to deliver this whatever the deliverables of the job is, and then they go ahead to either make you permanent, and if at all they don't, you have gotten that first UK experience, right? You can leverage on this to now look for sponsorship jobs after. So let's say you get your first 6 months, you've gotten experience in the first 6 months. What should you do between the next 6 to 12 months? Add this job to your CV, add it to your LinkedIn, and put yourself back in the market as soon as you have gotten the job, and start trying to get sponsorship job. If at all within that next 6 months, so there are two things you can try to achieve in that next 6 months. It doesn't have to be sponsorship again. So probably the first job you got, right, based on the fact that, okay, you don't have UK experience, you just got the first one you got, you were very excited, you settled for it, right? And say, let's say if your dream salary expectation is say maybe 60K or 50K, and the first job you got was like 30K, you've taken that job. So the next your next objective could be, okay, I want to get a next job to put myself where I'm supposed to be. The moment you even have the moment your CV and LinkedIn are optimized, even if you are already in a job, recruiters will continue to reach out to you, which gives you a leverage. Then those recruiters, you can tell them this, that you're moving. The thing is, once you've gotten your first job, right, you'll be negotiating from a place of confidence. I have the job, right? These are the things you understand the job market, you understand how salary expectation works. You probably might have even heard about, but you would be more informed about the industry as well and salary ranges. So any job you're moving to next, you're telling the recruiter, this is what I want. I want hybrid. I want my next salary expectation is 60K. It has to come with sponsorship, So even if you don't get sponsorship for the 6 to 12 months as well, you can take a job to elevate your salary or benefits or whatever it is that is priority to you. So you can take a job to put yourself where you're supposed to be, such that you can now, from that level, from that stage, look for sponsorship job. Because the thing is, you can also get a sponsorship job at that 35K and be stuck there for the next 5 years. But it doesn't mean that you can. It's not like it's not definite that you'll be stuck. You can also change jobs. But how many people like to leave their comfort zone when they've gotten something? A lot of people will just want to relax and just manage or But yeah. So let's say that's 12 months gone, right? You have another 12 to 18 months. From the next 12 months, then you've gotten 1 year UK experience. Then you need to start trying to get sponsorship job. You need to be more keen, and you'll be coming from a place of, okay, I have 1 year UK experience. Even jobs, lots of companies that don't advertise sponsorship, right? When recruiters call me personally as well, I just ask them, are they offering sponsorship? I have friends in my network who need sponsorship, right? They would say, oh, if the candidate is strong enough, or if the candidate has if the candidate is strong enough, or if this candidate has UK relevant experience, the company might be willing to consider, because the company has a license. So from the 12 months to 18 months, all your negotiations with recruiters should be based on visa sponsorship. So it should be based on visa sponsorship, and you can also reach out to recruiters, right? Reach out to recruiters yourself. Okay, this is, there are different, I have templates on my page as well that you can use to reach out to recruiters. I'm so, this is my background, this is my academic, just summarize yourself. I'm looking to, you are trying to find out about the opportunities he's recruiting for at the moment, but sell yourself first. Tell him the skills you have, tell him the experience you have, tell him or her the experience or the skills you have. So yeah, and then you have the 18 to 24 months. So let's now say that in your 1 to 18 months, you did not get the sponsorship job. You still have the 18 to 20, but break it down, because if you have a target or you have a goal and you don't break it down into like measurable, and if you don't break it down that way, you might not be able to like measure your success, and you might not be able to measure your success. And yeah, it's always best to break it down that way, such that you, at every stage, you're exploring every opportunity that you have available to you. So that is for post-study visa holders and dependents. If you are a student, you have at the beginning you have 20 hours limitation. You are not able to work full-time. However, a lot of people also get temporary roles that are relevant to their field. Within that, as their student part-time jobs, right? While a lot of people also get sponsorship jobs 3 months before the end of their studies. So, as students, while you are studying, try to also look at, okay, what once you've done that research, once you've done the research of, okay, does my field or what I'm studying at the moment have potential for sponsorship? If it doesn't, or if it does, then you can also decide, I think I need to get to upskill, I need to learn some skills, I need to go for a training. Just make sure that everything you want to do within your students period, you try to learn everything you need to learn, and you are job ready by the time you are getting to your dissertation period, and you are able to apply for jobs as soon as you are almost done with your studies. So I know a lot of people too that got sponsorship jobs, even in areas that we think are not so easy to get, from 3 months down the line. And at the end of let's say at the end of the student's visa as well, you don't get the sponsorship job, or you don't get the job. That's why the post-study visa was created, to enable you more time to get the sponsorship jobs, right? So to get jobs that would enable you to continue to stay. So for instance, there are people already studying in the UK, right? And they've been given a course. I get a lot of, my agents, that's not the one my agent just gave me a course. I was so desperate to leave. I couldn't wait any other minute in Africa or in Nigeria or in India or wherever it is that you're coming from, right? And you just wanted to just leave. That's not the end as well. You can also transition into these fields. These fields we mentioned earlier, some of them are fields that you can transition to in 6 months, in 3 months, and like I said, there are people that will be sharing their success stories as well. That we also have someone who will be sharing a career transition story to one of these fields that we have, to inspire you and to let you know that it is possible. If you follow my page regularly, right, you would already understand what this means. So for instance, now you can decide that, okay, I want to become a business analyst, I want to become a project manager, I want to become a cybersecurity analyst. There are some fields that do not require certification or a PIN or an exam for you to practice those fields, while there are some fields that require that. Of course, you won't want to transition to a field that has more limitations or restrictions before you can practice, right? So you can decide that, okay, that's the next thing I need to do. I need to learn a new skill, right? And there are lots of training institutes out there that are really supporting people as well, trying to transition into these fields, that would also give you opportunity to work on live projects and also get real life experience in these fields to facilitate your transition. So let's say you've decided, or let's say you are in a good, this part applies not only to people who are from outside the country as well. This also applies to people who are in the UK, who have not, probably who are here as dependents as well, but maybe they haven't worked before, maybe they're in a field that does not have potential, right? You don't want to use that 2 years to just, because you can use that 2 years to do customer service field, and you will not, it's when the customer service role, right, is when post-study, because I've had lots of people that it's when their post-study visa is about to expire, they will now realize that they've actually been gaining experience in the field that does not have potential to sponsor them in the end. So you must make sure that every experience you gain while on your post-study visa, on your dependent visa, or even as a student, is an opportunity or an extra opportunity for you to get this strategies for foreign applicants. So if you are a foreign applicant trying to come in from outside the country, the game is different, right? Because like I always say, or like I said earlier, people who are already in have higher potential to get the jobs, because companies, when companies are recruiting from outside the country, right, they probably have to provide accommodation. They need to wait for your visa to be ready. You won't be able to take up the job as soon as possible. A lot of companies want to avoid that, and so they would usually offer jobs or offer sponsorship to people who are readily in the UK. However, that doesn't mean that people outside cannot get the jobs. But what should you do as a foreign applicant? So the first thing to do, just like every other person, is to perform a skill audit or career map. Doing that research I sent to you, look at your field and whatever it is that you are doing, right? Search on those, using those 4 steps. Do my current field that I'm in, does it have global opportunities? Is it a field that can get me to where I want? If you find out that yes, it does, fantastic. If it does not, then it means that you probably need to upskill, right? And when I say upskill, it means that you need to probably have a career transition into a field that has a better potential for sponsorship. The first thing to do after you've done that research, say for many reasons, right, your field is not on the list, or you were not even working, you graduated and you've been running your business, and now you want to study in the UK, right, also for a long-term goal of relocation. The first thing to do is before choosing the course to study as well, do this research. The research is not just only for people looking for jobs, it's also to choose a course to study as well, a viable course to study for the long term. So choose a course that that would give you an opportunity to come to the UK, to continue to stay in the UK through
Who is
RKY Careers? I'm sure you guys might know me. If you don't know me, I'm Rukayat. I'm the founder of RKY Careers. RKY Careers is a tech-driven company passionate about supporting international students and international professionals to navigate the UK job markets. How do we support them? Through our services: CV optimization, LinkedIn optimization, interview preparation, career mapping, personal statements and SOP, strategic course guide if you're still trying to choose a course to come into the UK. So we've supported lots of people to get jobs in the UK, right? And you can see our handles to our social media splashed under here.